The horizon of 2023 was marked not by a storm, but by the fluttering of a red-ribbon straw hat. For decades, the mere mention of a live-action anime adaptation sent shivers down the spines of fans and critics alike, haunted by the ghosts of failed attempts that lacked the soul of their source material. Yet, when Netflix unveiled its ambitious take on Eiichiro Oda's magnum opus, One Piece, the world witnessed a rare alignment of the stars. This was not merely a television show, it was a vibrant, high-stakes gamble on the power of imagination, proving that the impossible physics of a rubber boy and the whimsical geometry of a world covered in water could indeed find a home in our reality. The narrative voyage begins at the execution of Gold Roger, the king of the pirates. This opening sequence sets the entire tonal foundation for the series. We see a world caught between the oppressive order of the Marines and the chaotic, desperate freedom of the Great Pirate era. The production design here is immediate and tactile. Unlike the sterile digital environments seen in many modern blockbusters, the execution square feels lived in, dusty, and heavy with the weight of history. When Roger laughs in the face of death, he ignites a fire in the hearts of thousands, and more importantly, he ignites the engine of our story. At the heart of this storm stands Iñaki Godoy as Monkey D. Luffy. Casting Luffy was perhaps the most dangerous challenge the production faced. How do you translate a character whose primary traits are unyielding optimism and literal elasticity without appearing cartoonish or grating? Godoy finds the sunshine in Luffy. His performance is a masterclass in sincere charisma. He moves with a loose-limbed grace that suggests a body not entirely bound by the laws of friction, even before he uses his devil fruit powers. His Luffy is not an idiot, but a visionary, a boy who sees the world not as it is, but as it could be if everyone simply followed their dreams. The recruitment of the Straw Hat crew follows a rhythmic, soulful pace. We meet Roronoa Zoro, played by Mackenyu, whose physical presence is nothing short of intimidating. Mackenyu brings a stoic, brooding intensity to the role that balances Godoy's lightness. His swordsmanship is choreographed with a respect for the source material's Santoryu, or three-sword style, which could have easily looked ridiculous. Instead, the cinematography treats Zoro's blades as extensions of his will. The fight scenes are visceral, favoring wide shots that allow the audience to appreciate the choreography rather than hiding it behind shaky cam or rapid cuts. Then enters Emily Rudd as Nami, the navigator with a heart hidden behind layers of survivalist cynicism. Rudd's performance is the emotional anchor of the first season. While Luffy provides the hope and Zoro provides the muscle, Nami provides the stakes. Her journey from a thief who despises pirates to a woman who finds a family in them is handled with remarkable subtlety. The showrunners wisely chose to weave the Arlong Park subplots throughout the earlier episodes, making the eventual payoff in the finale feel earned and deeply moving. The world-building of One Piece is its secret weapon. The Grand Line is a place where logic bends, and the production team embraced this by leaning into practical sets whenever possible. The Barati, the floating restaurant where we meet the chivalrous chef Sanji, is a marvel of construction. The vibrant pinks and deep blues of the ship's interior, combined with the frantic energy of the kitchen, create a sensory overload that feels authentic to the manga's spirit. Skylar's Sanji is a revelation, trading the anime's sometimes over-the-top, hard eyes, for a suave, lonely sophistication. His chemistry with Zoro, characterized by a constant, bickering rivalry, provides the series with some of its best character moments. The adaptation also takes bold risks with the pacing of the story. One of the most significant departures from the original manga is the early introduction of Vice Admiral Garp and the refined focus on Kobe's journey through the Marine ranks. This structural change provides a much-needed parallel narrative. While Luffy is exploring the freedom of the seas, Kobe is exploring the structure of justice. This creates a thematic tension. What does it mean to be good in a world where the law is often cruel? Vincent Regan's Garp is a towering figure of tough love and complicated duty, providing a bridge between the old era of pirates and the new generation. Usopp's introduction in Syrup Village showcases the show's ability to handle tone shifts. The story of the boy who cried pirate is reimagined with a touch of gothic horror and high-stakes tension. Jacob Romero brings a vulnerable, kinetic energy to Usopp. He isn't just a comic relief character, he is the everyman of the crew. His fear makes his eventual bravery mean more. The relationship between Usopp and Kaya is treated with a tender, teenage sincerity that grounds the more fantastical elements of the Black Cat Pirates invasion. The visual effects deserve special mention for their restraint. In a series where the protagonist can stretch like taffy, it would have been easy to over-rely on CGI. However, the show uses Luffy's powers sparingly and with purpose. When he throws a Gomu Gomu no pistol, you feel the tension and the snap. The uncanny valley is avoided by keeping the textures realistic. Luffy's skin looks like skin, not plastic. This realism extends to the villains as well. Buggy the Clown, played with menacing glee by Jeff Ward, is a standout. He is terrifying, pathetic, and hilarious all at once. The way his body separates and floats in pieces is handled with a seamlessness that makes it feel like a natural part of this bizarre world. As the season marches toward its climax at Arlong Park, the themes of Nakama and freedom come to the forefront. The Fishmen, led by McKinley Belcher III as Arlong, are not just monsters of the week. They represent a dark reflection of the world's systemic prejudice. Arlong's cruelty is born of a history of oppression, giving the conflict a weight that transcends a simple hero versus villain dynamic. The iconic "Help Me" scene, where Nami finally breaks down and asks Luffy for assistance, is recreated with such emotional honesty that it silenced even the most skeptical fans. It is the moment the show stops being an adaptation and starts being a masterpiece in its own right. The musical score by Sonia Belisava and Giona Ostinelli is the final, essential ingredient. It captures the adventurous spirit of the high seas while incorporating motifs that feel modern and cinematic. The use of "We Are," the original anime's opening theme, is handled with reverence, appearing at just the right moments to evoke a sense of legacy and joy. Ultimately, the 2023 One Piece succeeds because it understands that the story isn't about the fruit or the fights. It is about the will of D, the inherited will of those who dare to dream in a world that wants them to sleep. It is a love letter to the power of storytelling. By the time the crew sets their feet on the barrel to declare their dreams before heading into the Grand Line, the viewer isn't just watching a show, they are part of the crew. The series breaks the curse of live-action anime not by being a perfect copy, but by being a perfect translation of the heart.